old buildings, they tear them down, you know. Now they're talking about, it's been a controversy about the courthouse.
Mm.
Oh, they want to tear it down.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to, they come up and they wanted to change King's.
And
General King, the old
Mitchell King.
King gave a property even Henderson lives on.
I know he did. That was my great-great-grandfather.
Now, I'm going to tell you.
And of course, that King
I
family and our King family are two totally unrelated
Well,
King families.
Alice had an O on the end of it.
Yes.
I was talking to old Sammy Williams down there the other day. I remember Louis Williams, and he come down there and put that building up in that little tin shack.
Yeah.
It wasn't bigger than this living room.
Done a good job.
26 or 20. This is in the 20s.
Yeah. He's a nice fella.
I told Sammy, I said they ought to name it Williams Avenue. I said Williams Boulevard or Fitzsimmons Boulevard.
There ought to be, yeah, there ought to be a Fitzsimmons Street somewhere.
I said Frank Fitzsimmons or else Brownlow Jackson. I said there ought to be something up there about him.
That's true.
Brownlow Jackson wasn't no slouch. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he was.
And I knew the old man Brownlow
Lee
Jackson.
Whitmire was a good man. There's
Yeah.
nothing to remember him by. Well, these people here today in charge don't even know those.
They don't know any of them. And I told somebody, I said they wanted to name streets and curves after people. It meant something to the country. I said, if a black people wants to name a road or a curve or a building or something after somebody, I said, why don't they name that curve over there at Markley's shop? Why
Yeah.
don't they name that the Markley Curve? Up there in honor of John Markley,
That
it
is a
ain't
good
sad.
idea. And he was a fine man.
And I ate dinner at Ain't Sad's house many a time.
Well, I used to take our horse over to Jim's
Yeah.
and listen to him.
Nobody in the world could ever shoe a horse like Jim Markley.
Right.
He's
And
the best.
The last shoes he put on on my son's horse. He said he just couldn't turn that boy down.
I know.
Well, Jim's father really had more influence on the community than anybody would realize, because
Yeah, he did.
he used to take the boys that would gather up all the horses and go over in a bunch, and he'd teach them how to behave. He'd tell them stories that pointed up how they would, like one boy that was bragging all the time, and he had a little story about the fox that watched his shadow real long in the morning, and he was so proud of himself because he was bigger than anything else. By the time it got to noon, he didn't have any shadow. And he was a good man, good influence.
You know that shadow. When I went to Asheville, and they carried me over there, I was almost a dead man. And I used that 23rd Psalm where old David said, although I walk through the shadow of the valley of death, I'll fear no evil. Because thou art with me, and thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. And I took that, it's the absolute plus nothing. Because I didn't know whether I was going to wake up or whether I wasn't going to wake up. And they did major surgery. I mean, they replaced 2 valves and put an inner core in that main valve there and all that stuff.
Like putting a new engine in a car.
Yeah, or more so. And I got to thinking about this thing. You know, there ain't many people realizes what that shadow means. That means there's got to be an object to make a shadow.
Right.
You go out in the moonlight or sunshine, there's got to be a shadow. Well, Jesus is that shadow. So he leaves, the shadow, he sees the shadow. And so you ain't got nothing to fear. Why, it's really just said to fear it all. And so, boy, I'm telling you, it's something else. My galaxy just won't stay.
Here, I've got a whole pound cake and only me to eat it. Can I cut you another piece?
No,
No,
thank you.
no,
Listen, I had a big
I believe
oatmeal
that-
breakfast. It
I
is
believe
so
that
good
pan-
though. Bless your heart, thank you. This is delicious.
I think that's good too.
It is
And
good.
that is the kind of cake I love, is that pound cake.
Well, every time George
If I-
has a musical group over, I have to make the pound cake.
Boy, I'm telling you.
Well,
that
I want
George
to know some things that went on in Flat Rock way back to show what kind of a community it was. Funny things, scary things.
Yeah.
Did you ever see coyotes way back?
See who?
Coyotes.
Oh, I don't remember.
We're having them over here.
Those are new members of the community, aren't they? Well, how about other things that you did see then that you don't see now? Other kinds of animals. Can you think of things that used to be here that are no longer here?
Well, I'm making a mess here. Look at that.
Well, that's why we have brooms and dustpan.
Well, you know, I remember the old US 25 before it was ever paved. It was a dirt road.
Is that right?
Yeah, and it was a gravel road. And that's why I've always said it, 25 is the most solid road there is in this country, because the way they done, when they rutted it out, through wet weather, they just went along and filled it with rock, stone, and then they rut out again, and that's a stone road under that pavement up there.
Well, that's all the way through. How far does that go?
Well, now, the way I remember from Tuxedo up through Flat Rock, all the way down, I remember before they even had, I remember when they paved it, and over at Flat Rock School over there, I was telling old William Garrison, old Doc Garrison down, he's a joker anyway, you know. And I told him I remembered the first transportation that come to Flat Rock School. I said, everybody walked. I said, you either walked or didn't go. There wasn't no school buses. I told old Garrison, I says, I tell you, the first transportation I ever seen come to school over there, it wasn't a walking. It was Fred Thomas coming down the Greenville Highway on roller skates. And I said, oh, well,
It was paved then.
and I said, feller Pierce, I think I don't remember his first name, but he's Pierce. He lived over there around where the Pack Motel, in that old big house there. And he come from the other way on, or two people on roller skates. And I said, everybody else walks. Yeah. Old Garrison told me, he said, well, he says the next time you come up here, says, come on roller skates. I had a big laugh, and he did too. But that was truth.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised.
That was the truth. Oh man, the principal of the school down there, old J.E. Ockham. But the first principal that I remembered at Flat Rock was Cale. His last name was Cale, but I don't remember his first name. And in this picture that I brought up here is a picture of that school. Back in the 20s, 26, I guess. 20, yeah. I guess it was 26. Me and Euless his dad, my brother, was, we went to that school 1 year there. And it was so far for us to go, walking from way up above Connemara all the way down there, you know.
Yeah.
Well, heck, I didn't know if you walked, you didn't get there.
How many miles?
And
Louis?
a principal, he got on me down there one morning, boy, I'm telling you. And I just a little flurry, you know, me and you. He got on us because we missed today, and maybe it's so bad we couldn't, you know, so. And he told us at the beat what we was doing. And I preached him a sermon.
Uh-oh.
I told him if he walked as far as we did, I said, you would never even go to school. And everybody, oh, he was sure me all over that school, good. I think he's about to give me a whooping for it. But we're in that picture, but I can't find it somehow or other. I can't make it out. I'll show it to you in a little bit, and one of the old school. And I told Gladys, I was talking to Gladys Lockerbie, Salts, the old Salts, Gladys. I was talking to her about this. She says, well, me and Bill's in that picture, says, you bring it up there and says, I'll show you me and Bill, says I can show you some of the other people she knew, you know. It's in that picture there. I said, well, I says, when would be a good time for me to bring it up there? She says, I got to go to the hospital for something. She says, when I get back, says, you bring it up there. And you know she died in the hospital.
Oh, for goodness sake.
I never did get to take
Too
it.
bad.
And, you know, I lost out on that deal.
Well, when was the Flat Rock High School built, the brick building?
It's built, they was building it whenever we was in that old school. And they built that school at Byrne, and then 25 they opened it up.
Well, where was the old school that you're talking about?
Out there, where the ball ground, on that back, behind that gym, it was on that property back there.
Well,
That's
wasn't there
one.
school before that up toward the Woodfield property?
I don't remember that. I don't know. Might have been. But I do remember that.
And when you walked to school, Louis, how did you come? What road did you come down?
Old Farmer Road. Come right down by the rail pen gap. Walked right out on down into the Greenville Highway, down to school.
Well, you were living way up in
I was
Greenville.
living at the top up there. We got Mount Olive. But I lived 80 some years before I realized I was a city boy. They made Flat Rock a city of Flat Rock.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And they included all that up there where I was born.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the city of Flat Rock. And I thought I was a country boy. They made a city boy.
Well, I'm
out of it.
still going to play like I'm a country gal because they think I am not. We used to have chickens all over the place, and ducks and guineas and
Yeah.
That's pretty country, isn't it?
yeah. I have to laugh when I hear them advertise Jim Freeman wanting a chicken to show people how chickens used to be killed at the Farm City Day.
Yeah.
How the necks were wrung. I don't want to see that. I've seen it out in the backyard many a time.
That doesn't mean a thing to folks that was raised that way.
No.
You know, it don't matter what you think about animals. You're talking about chickens and guineas and ducks, geese, all them things. You know, over at the Smythe place up there now, I lived at the Smythe place for near all of my teenage years. I went from work at the Smythe place. And my uncle, old man Louise Bailey,
Oh, yeah.
and him was sister to my mom.
I see.
And I worked there when I was just a boy. And Old Captain Smythe, he'd get in that old car and go to Balfour Mills over there every day, and he'd come back home that evening. About feeding time, he'd always go out there and feed the geese, and all of the ducks and everything, you know. And it was just like a resurrection of the dead when he walked out there. He opened that gate. I went to that barn, and I'm telling you, them old geese, them old ducks and the guineas and everything over there started quacking. And that old mare, the old horse, old Sadie, she'd nicker. And he'd go out there and he'd feed every one of them something.
Oh, cute.
He done that. He got, I guess, more joy out of that than anything.
I had a couple of wild Canada geese take up down at the lake till they hatched out some little ones. And then when the little ones got to where they could waddle up the hill, if I didn't go down by a certain time in the afternoon and feed those geese, they'd come up to the porch.
You spoiled them.
And then after a while, they left. That's happened